Football is a dance of dreams, emotions, and strategic decisions. And right now, the spotlight is shining on Anfield. Under the visionary leadership of Arne Slot, Liverpool is undergoing a transformation that promises to shape the club's future for years, perhaps even decades. At the centre of this revolution is a name that has been creating a buzz among fans and experts alike: Julian Alvarez. Yes, we're talking about the young Argentine who shone at Manchester City before his move to Atletico Madrid, and now seems destined to be Liverpool's next big star. But why? Why Julian Alvarez? And how does he fit into Arne Slot's ambitious plans? The answer lies in a fascinating combination of talent, opportunity, and unique circumstances. Let's dive into this story, unravelling every detail and showing why this could be the beginning of a new glorious era for Liverpool. Before we delve into the figure of Julian Alvarez, it's essential to understand Liverpool's current attacking situation. When Darwin Núñez arrived at the club in 2022, expectations were sky high. He had scored 34 goals in just 41 games for Benfica the previous season, establishing himself as one of Europe's brightest rising stars. He seemed like the perfect piece to lead the Reds' attack, especially after Sadio Mané's departure. However, 3 years later, it's clear that Núñez's adaptation to English football hasn't been as smooth as expected. While the Uruguayan has shown flashes of his potential, consistently displaying physical strength and aggressiveness, he has also fallen short in terms of efficiency and finishing. In crucial matches, when Liverpool needed him the most, Núñez often failed to deliver. This has led to frustration among fans and raised doubts about the club's £85 million investment. Now, with Arne Slot at the helm, there's an urgent need to rethink the attack. Slot is looking for a player who doesn't just score goals, but can also create chances for teammates, linking midfield to attack with fluidity. Someone who can be both a finisher and a facilitator. And this is where Julian Alvarez enters the scene. Julian Alvarez is not just another name on Liverpool's target list. He is, without a doubt, a rare gem in modern football. From his international debut with Argentina to his spell at Manchester City, where he won almost every trophy imaginable, including the Champions League, he has proven to be a multifaceted and highly dependable player. His recent move to Atletico Madrid was seen as a strategic step to continue developing in a competitive environment like La Liga. However, what seemed like a long-term change might end up being just a brief pause in his career. With Alexander Sorloth emerging as a remarkable goal-scoring machine at Atletico, the team's reliance on Alvarez has significantly decreased. This opens the door for Liverpool to pursue a potential deal. But what makes Alvarez so special? First, his versatility. He can play as a central striker, a second forward, or even an attacking midfielder, depending on the tactical needs of the team. This flexibility is something Arne Slot greatly values, as the Dutch manager loves to work with dynamic systems that require constant adaptability. Moreover, Alvarez possesses incredible football intelligence. He knows exactly where to be at the right moment, anticipating passes and creating space for himself and his teammates. His instinct for finding gaps in opposing defences is almost supernatural. And when he gets there, he rarely misses. His finishing and assist stats are impressive, and he's already proven he can be lethal against both big and small teams. To better understand why Julian Alvarez might be available for Liverpool, we need to talk about Alexander Sorloth. The Norwegian striker is going through an extraordinary phase at Atletico Madrid, and his recent performance against Real Sociedad was simply spectacular. In just 11 minutes, Sorloth scored 3 goals, securing one of the fastest hat-tricks in Spanish football history, 3 minutes and 57 seconds. This goal explosion wasn't an isolated incident. Sorloth had already demonstrated his scoring prowess on other occasions, including a 4-goal performance against Real Madrid while playing for Villarreal. His accuracy is frightening. In both mentioned matches, every shot on target resulted in a goal. No waste. When Sorloth decides to shoot, he usually hits the mark. With such impressive numbers, it's clear that Atletico Madrid can survive, and even thrive, without Julian Alvarez in the squad. Currently, Sorloth has scored 17 goals this season, surpassing Alvarez's 15, despite having played around 900 fewer minutes. This creates an interesting situation for Liverpool, as it significantly lowers Atletico's resistance to releasing the Argentine. Although Alexander Sorloth is an impressive goal-scoring machine, there are reasons why Liverpool prefers to bet on Julian Alvarez. The main one is age. While Sorloth is 29, Alvarez is about to enter the peak of his career at 25. For a club like Liverpool, which aims to build a competitive team for the next 5 to 10 years, investing in a young and rising player makes perfect sense. Moreover, Alvarez represents a winning mentality. He has already won major titles, including the 2022 World Cup with Argentina. That experience in high-pressure moments is invaluable and will certainly be useful in competitions like the Premier League and Champions League. He knows what it means to win, and that mindset can be contagious across the entire Liverpool squad. One idea gaining traction behind the scenes is the possibility of a swap deal involving Darwin Núñez and Julian Alvarez, with Liverpool adding a cash amount to balance the transfer. Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid's manager, is known for his preference for aggressive and tireless players, traits that define Núñez well. Additionally, the Uruguayan is famous for his fighter approach, something Simeone deeply appreciates. If this swap actually happens, both clubs could come out ahead. Atletico would receive a player who fits perfectly into Simeone's physical and intense style, while Liverpool would bring in a striker who meets Arne Slot's specific needs. It's an elegant solution that could resolve problems on both sides. Arne Slot has a clear vision for Liverpool, a team that is organised, disciplined and deadly efficient both in defence and attack. To achieve that, he needs key players who can execute his ideas with excellence. Julian Alvarez, with his versatility, intelligence and technical skill, seems to be the ideal choice to lead the Reds' front line. Picture a packed Anfield, with fans singing loudly as Alvarez receives the ball in midfield, dribbles past two defenders and sets up Salah for a goal. Or visualise a perfect cross from Trent Alexander-Arnold, finding Alvarez in the box, who finishes with surgical precision. These images alone are enough to excite the fans, but it goes beyond that. Alvarez is not just a player, he is a symbol of renewal. After years of frustrating transfer market attempts, Liverpool may finally be on the verge of finding the missing piece of the puzzle. He represents the hope of a bright future, full of achievements and magical moments. So, get ready to witness something special. Liverpool is about to take a giant leap into the future with Julian Alvarez. He is not just a talented player, he is the embodiment of the ambition and determination that define the spirit of the club. With his arrival, Liverpool wouldn't just be replacing Darwin Núñez, they would be elevating their competitive level to unprecedented heights. As the days go by and negotiations progress, fans can dream about what lies ahead. This is the moment to embrace the magic of football and believe that Liverpool is about to write another glorious chapter in its history. Julian Alvarez might just be the hero Anfield has been waiting for.